What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the sobet YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to cover Wednesday college basketball. I got a nice little selection of games that I think stand out a little bit more than the rest. I'm going to get you guys my prediction against the spread for all of those. So if that sounds good to you guys, definitely hit that subscribe button, drop a like on today's video. I would appreciate that. If you're looking for my best bets, the games I'm actually going to submit my money on, I put a link right in the description of today's video to get access to sobet. And the dozens of other professionals that are on that platform. I'll give you guys a little leaderboard update as well, weekly, monthly. I know the numbers look awfully impressive, but pretty standard stuff. Every week, every day, every month, whatever sample size you want, people are in profit, significant profit on the sobet platform. So if you're interested in sports betting on a little bit more of a serious note, consider signing up for sobet. The link's in the description. It's about 50 cents a day. I don't know how you could pass that up, but that's up to you guys. But back to the games, guys. With a little bit of luck, hopefully I can pay your rent in today's video. Game number one, Houston, West Virginia. I don't know if you guys can see behind me there. That's where I went to school, West Virginia. I'm a Big 12 specialist. I watch every game, every minute of them. Look, man, at the end of the day, situationally, this is the worst possible spot for Houston. The double overtime game, I'm sure all you guys saw there, getting by Kansas in double overtime. It looked like they were dead, both in regulation and single overtime. And West Virginia off back-to-back losses after being ranked 23rd in the country. Home game in Morgantown, back-to-back road games for Houston. The list goes on. Situationally, this is an F. This is a D- for Houston. Unfortunately, even as a Mountaineer, these teams are so far apart, man. They're so far apart. I mean, the pressure on Javon Small to drop 40 points in a game like this and will them to victory. Now, they did get by Iowa State the other week, so they've had some big wins this year. They've won at the Fog. They beat Kansas on the road. They took down Arizona this year. Like I said, they beat Iowa State. They have some big wins, but they're losing steam. They have overachieved. It's been a great first year with Coach DeVries, but no Tucker DeVries on the team right now with the upper body injury. I don't see it. I don't see it. Even with the situation, I don't understand how the difference in rosters is going to lead to a cover here. Even in Morgantown, one of the tougher places to play in the entire country, even with the situation that I've already described. I gotta lay the points. I think it's actually a pretty reasonable number, guys. Anything in the single digits, I'd be laying with Houston. I think they have the defenders to slow down Javon Small, and rebounding. I don't think it'll be close. And to be honest, in that Kansas game, I thought Houston played like B+, like not even that great. So I do think Kelvin Sampson will be on the guys, and I think they're going to show up in Morgantown and get a pretty comfortable victory here. I'll lay the points with Houston in this spot. Next game up, we got Wisconsin here. Number 17 against unranked Maryland, getting 4.5. What an easy bet, man. You're going to give me 4.5 points with number 17 in the country. No, I will lay it with Maryland here. They've been playing good 3 in a row. Some pretty impressive wins. I like the bigs, man. I like Reese. I like the way their bigs are playing. I like the offense overall. Wisconsin getting 4.5, ranked versus unranked. That's pretty much all you need to know. Sometimes you guys just got to understand the sports books tell you the right side. It'll be interesting to see how the bet splits, like where the money's coming in on what side go throughout the day and how the markets are going to react to that. Of course, that type of info you can find on the sobet platform. Yeah, guys, I got to lay it with Maryland, man. The line's it's all you need to know, man. Maryland minus 4.5. It's reasonable. Maybe it'll take some free throws at the end of the game, but I'm going to lay the points with Maryland. They're going to get this one. We got Auburn laying 12.5 at LSU. Interesting. Pretty tough spot here for Auburn as well. Kind of similar to that Houston spot. We all saw the Auburn-Tennessee game. It was a great game. I thought Ziegler was going to hit that shot at the end, but ultimately Auburn survives at the Jungle. But now they're on the road, laying 12.5. I think they're going to win. I don't see an upset, but I don't see them covering 12.5. I know they're a popular team. A lot of people like to bet on Auburn, and for good reason. They are absolutely a contender to win it all this year. But this isn't at the Jungle. This is off an emotional game versus Tennessee, and this is too many points. I think this is maybe a 7 or an 8-point win for Auburn with some free throws at the end. You know, eventually LSU will probably have to foul them if they're trying to get back in the game late. But 12.5 is just a little bit too steep. I will take the points with LSU, and no rush to bet on a game like this, as some money might come in on Auburn. If you can get a 13.5, you know, more power to you. TCU catching 15 points at Texas Tech. Interesting. Well, UCF just put it on TCU pretty good. Look, TCU had the big upset, right? And then they played Kansas. They almost got another. They hung in there for about half, maybe 60% of the game before Kansas took over. They're just back to TCU. This is just not a good team. And I like Jamie Dixon. I like the staff at TCU. The program overall has been pretty good over the years. This team stinks. Texas Tech, really, really good. Underrated. I mean, Texas Tech is absolutely a Final Four contender. I'm not scared of a big number. I will lay 15 points with Texas Tech and Lubbock. Absolutely. Last game here, I'm going to go over with you guys, Nevada and Boise State. I love this Boise team. I've bet them a fair amount of times this year, but I like them as an underdog. I don't know about laying 6.5 here. I think they're going to get the win. I think they're going to pull off the win for sure in a game like this, but I'm going to take 6.5 points with Nevada. I think it's a competitive game. Up, down, back, forth. You know, this team's up, that team's up. It's going to be an awesome game to watch, entertainment purposes. 10 out of 10. I do think it's going to be a good one down to the wire. Even with some free throws at the end and some fouling, I think Nevada will keep it within the number. I see it close to like a toss-up game. I think Boise gets out of this one with a 3 or a 4-point win at home. It's going to be tight. I'm going to take 6.5 points with Nevada in this one. And like I said, I do like Boise. I've cashed some tickets on Boise this year. Just not really the spot. So there you go, guys. There's a nice little selection of games for Wednesday. Again, if you want to know the games I'm actually going to bet on, link to sobet in the description below. And I'll see you next week for Wednesday's college basketball.